influence that it's had on your body reminds me more of something that that you would see of a mortal who is not really suited to the astral sea entering it, as opposed to a different dimension. It could well be that you just had a brief period of contact in between when you entered the portal with your hand, and like a little gap between this pocket dimension and the portal. But what I will say, and this is going off my experience, mind you, it will not spread unless you have further contact with the astral sea.
Mhm.
Your can you breathe? Can you breathe water?
Uh, no, but I could hold my breath for like 2 minutes.
All right. So it's a bit like that idea. You are fundamentally not suited for being in the astral sea, and you don't have anything to protect you, like a diving suit, for example. So your body was corrupted in some way as a result of that. A very limited corruption because only a small part of your body was exposed, and likely not for long. But it is something that you should avoid repeated exposure to because it will spread further and worsen.
So it was about 20 minutes, and it was okay. So it did and didn't work the first time. I was channeling, but not to the right frequency, so I channeled the frequency of the portal. And so I was holding it open, but it's like I was using it to power itself.
You held the portal open.
Hmm.
Interesting. Uh, are you sure you're not a runesmither, correct?
Uh, he pulls out his broomstick, which is absolutely covered in runes.
Hmm. Do you mind if I see that real quick?
Yeah, I can't actually pass it to you because it will turn into a
Paul
stick.
just kind of Paul just kind of like he's like kind of holding it and he's sort of looking it over, kind of admiring, like looking at the craftsmanship.
So
Oh,
Dorian's
You
broomstick. Oh, do you want to say something, Lickle?
you hear Marlowe barking.
Oh, what's up?
we can continue this conversation later. I think we should go
Are
check.
you? What's? Oh, hi.
Oh, ah, collective. Hello.
Oh,
He's sort
this
of
is
like
the this is
crossing
the
his.
this is the drugged collective, right? This is that one.
If it's the drugged one, then it won't know anything.
There's cocaine in the kitchen. Okay, yeah, it is that one. I really thought that would get them out of the bush, though.
Yeah, no.
Who's the? Oh, wait, Sunny.
Hmm. Why are you here?
Karma has memory loss at the moment. Probably.
Why?
But because
Oh wait.
they made a contract.
No, yeah, I remember that. My bad.
Yes. Hmm.
I forgot.
That is true.
I forgot about that.
Is that how you met? Maybe he thought it was a costume party. I mean, the amount of people who show up here thinking people are in costumes or cosplays.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people.
cold.
Hmm. I would not be concerned anyway.
Okay, good. I was about to say, are y'all the only medicine that I can supply? Or?
Do you mind if I see your broom again, by the way, Dorian?
Oh, yeah. So Dorian's broom, the specifically around like the top half of the handle, is completely like they're such intricate and detailed runes. Almost all of them pertain to sort of like air elemental stuff, like wind, flight, air, gravity, all of that. He's spoken to Hang on, I need to put this back. It's bugging me. Hylan. He's spoken to Hylan about them before. But yeah, just like incredibly complex runes.
You carved all these yourselves, like yourself.
Kind of. I felt the magic and I just channeled it, and they sort of carved themselves in.
You have a gift.
It's like with the frost magic. When I had that, the boots that I was wearing, uh I they might still be at my house somewhere, but yeah, covered in I don't know the root what I didn't think of them. They just that just they happened.
You have. I've seen it once, or maybe thrice in my time wandering. You have a gift. It goes by different names. The one I'm familiar with is a rune singer. It's somebody who has such an innate connection with the aura of magic that it bends to their subconscious will. And in this case, it would seem that rune singers in specific, however, singers are a bit more of a common thing, but rune singers are a bit rarer, as I found. The ability to sing runes and to just subconsciously put runes onto something this complex, especially.
Yeah.
Have Have you considered studying runes to expand your proficiency of them?
I mean, the first thing I do when I find magic is try and study it, but again, Hylan recognized that they were runes, but even she didn't really know what she didn't know all of them. I don't know where I would even begin to learn about it. I just know that I can do it.
I could give it a shot.
Well, you know my dear Dorian, who happens to be a expert rune crafter with centuries of expertise.
Simon.
Me.
Oh.
I was. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for laughing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was
No, no.
just-
I was raised.
No, it was a good bit.
Marlo, I see you try not to laugh. That's disrespectful as shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Beats squishes
yeah.
Marlo.
I made myself laugh.
Here, take a. Well, that's not what's my work actually, but no, I was raised in a, suppose you could say, family of runesmiths and general smiths. So I spent a couple of centuries just smithing and learning from some of the best Eden old realities in particular. Here, take this one for example. It kind of holds out the pickaxe, and I mean, you can roll to see if Dorian would understand the rune work. It is like incredibly complex and very like densely packed runes, though. So.
Watch as you get a nat 20.
That's 13.
You understand. You kind of can pick. It's sort of like if you were like reading like Japanese and you kind of understood like you kind of know how to read it. Like you're picking up little bits and pieces, but like you can't really put together how everything comes together.
What color are the runes on this pickaxe?
They are like generally white, but they kind of shift between like whites and grays and some kind of pearly, like different shades of white. They shift.
When Dorian is trying to like read the runes, he like puts his hand out and to like follow along where he's trying to read them. and you literally see, like, in like the inch between the pickaxe and the thing, there's like a shift of hue. He's not reading them, he's feeling them.
Wow, wow, well, isn't that interesting? You do have the gift after all.
Well, shit. That's cool as hell.
To just real quick, like what the also Craig, I can hear myself on your mic. You've got an echo. But just to like real quick kind of describe what the runes do, and you can kind of get how much Dorian gets out of that. It is essentially it's extremely complex barrier runes that create essentially convert the force of impact into a shell on the moment of impact, which is then shaped into like kind of around the pickaxe to both protect it from damage and to like help it mine better. So it's like, yeah.
Thing is, I don't even think that he understands all of that. I think he just goes, "Oh, so it's like stronger."
Generally, yeah, that's a in a layman's terms, yes, it is stronger and it mines faster, more efficiently.
Marlo's just like watching with the biggest, like, wondrous eyes. Just big old curious eyes, like, whoa.
So here's a question: if he read runes, would he just like with like those little magic talent thing? Would he like just read like the runes themselves, or could he read like say strong intent and that kind of fun little magic-y bullshit sometimes?
I think that he could feel so the way here's the thing, like we know that Dorian has very little magic right now because of how it worked with Ananta. The magic that he was wielding at the time was chaos magic, green magic, and ice magic, which is a lot of magic for a human body to handle. Normally that would be very dangerous, but his body metabolized and stabilized the magic by itself. Within like a alarmingly short period of time, and then he was just able to wield it until he gave the frost magic back. Dorian is essentially like a walking magic conduit. Whatever he doesn't like, that's his, no matter how hard he tries to understand things, he's not always going to understand it because that's not his intelligence level. He feels it instead. So I think yes, he could probably work out intent. Again, it really depends on like the roles and the intentions of whoever wants like whatever. But yeah, he is essentially, he doesn't have to think about magic. It's much more innate for him, and it's his body sort of automatically controls and stabilizes unstable things around him.
All right. Actually, that's interesting. There's something else. One more thing I'd like to test, if you don't mind. My curiosity, of course.
Sure.
Could you give the runes on this hammer a go? Uh, to describe these runes real quick, they are so densely packed together that they look like they are one rune, but like they're so slightly separate that they're like, different. Like this
Like
is
almost overlap.
almost overlapping, but not quite. Like this is like absurdly complex runesmith work.
Okay, it's only an 11.
All right. So, in regards to the like understanding the purpose of it, there is a very general vibe. It has a very general vibe that it takes something from the wielder and converts it into strength in a way that is very unclear to you. But you also feel like an incredible, as you're like kind of going over the runes, you feel an incredible weight like settle on your shoulders to the point where it feels almost like paralyzing.
Yeah.
Like just for a moment, then it passes.
Wow, okay.
Not a physical weight, to be clear, like an emotional and like
um Oh, I don't understand. These are a lot more complicated. I can. It's strong and it's there's something else there, but I don't know what it means.
Yeah, that's rough.
This is
Oh.
the burden. Oh,
Hello.
Hello.
that was.
Oh,
Oh,
Howdy.
hello there.
Yeah. I don't know if you've met this specific version of me. I'm just now realizing that I don't know if you guys have met me. Now I feel embarrassed. Ugh.
oh no, your it was just unexpected. Are you okay?
Are you good?
Uh, the other one had an issue, so I dealt with it.
Ah. Okay.
She passed out.
Oh,
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 Not sure what
is
That's
she
not-
okay?
I think it's because we're sick. Out of all of us, I'm the one that's able to handle illnesses the best. I mean, technically second best, but I mean, since the Hive Mother's been locked up, ugh, you know.
Yeah, your mic got really quiet, by the way.
yes, it is very quiet.
Okay, let me see if I can fix those. Oh crap! How do I fix this? Oh. Okay. Because it's
Okay.
too high. It's too high up on my face. Is this better?
Yes.
Yes, there we go.
It's just when it's low,
Mhm.
it's whenever I breathe, it's whatever. It's fine. Um, I guess we've been introducing each other with our true names now, since we're quote unquote free. My name is Cabello. At least that's what people have been calling me, because it's complicated to also go by Elias. Um, it's a long story.
Mhm.
Mm.
You probably already know me? Question mark.
I believe I'm
Marlo.
familiar.
Yeah, I'm Marlo.
It's nice to meet you properly.
I suppose that if introductions are to be had, then I'm Paul Tyre.
Yes. We keep calling you Paul, and I apologize.
I have made this clear before in the past, but any variation, Paul Tyre, it is all as accurate for referring to me.
Yeah. One of them's
In
doing
different
it on
situations, it might be different.
one of them's doing it on purpose to irritate you. One of them's usually too inebriated to realize she's doing something wrong. One
They're
of
going
them
to try
probably
about
just
under if they want to come to
grovels.
place.
One grovels when she sees you
Mhm.
because you're infected. Then there's me, and the Hive Mother would probably call you the right name, but I mean, she's
Again,
out.
all of them are the right name. There is no wrong name in that regard.
Yeah. One time somebody called me Steve.
What?
Yeah, it's been.
Did you perhaps
repetitive
tell them that your
phonetic-
name was Steve?
No. No, I did not say that, but I know you were in fact referencing the Minecraft movie,
I
which
but I have
is
no.
interesting.
What is Minecraft?
So basically, there's this. Do you know what a video game is?
Vaguely?
You're like the Mothman. So, basically,
Yes, I am.
there's something called the internet, and the internet
Oh, yes, I know
is
about this. There's a lot of
yes,
material of me on there. Helpful likes to rub it in.
but basically, the internet is accessed by these things called computers, I think there's computers here. I'm not entirely sure.
Isn't the internet where Miku lives?
It is, yes. I know
Yes,
that
she
very
lives
well.
I
inside
learned
the
about that
platform.
one.
She lives
I
inside
don't
the
have
platform.
Wi-Fi.
Blue hair, blue
I'm
tie,
gay. I don't have a
robotic
wife.
cat. Sorry.
You know what?
Um,
I'm gonna let y'all.
JJK reference.
Who?
okay, I don't have a wife.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna let y'all talk. Please let Karma sleep.
We
Oh.
should move.
Yeah, we should.
Side. Yes.
I remembered I have paperwork to do, huh?
you can go to the lobby.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm gonna
it's
go up to my office.
Lobby. He needs to sleep.
Y'all be safe. And by his
Oh.
office, I mean empty
You
room.
alright?
There's so many sweet.
I'm fine. It's just a odd ceiling height-wise.
Delectable sweet
Go.
treats.
But at some point, though, and I of course I mean no disrespect to Simon for this, but I think that in this world, except for the gods, I am probably the most proficient in the actual craft of rune smithing and being able to teach that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I would appreciate it. Again, I can control it. I just don't know what it is.
I will teach you. I will most certainly enjoy to teach you as much as I am able to. I will warn you, though, it gets very complicated very quickly.
Isn't all magic?
If you rune smithing more so, a lot of magic can be made very subconscious, like a reflex. You can the feel of tapping into the weave or whatever it is you tap into. Some realities are different, but the weave is the most consistent one. At any rate, the feel of tapping into the weave is something that it might take effort at first, but one can get to be subconscious with time. With runesmithing, that is not quite the case. It is always going to be the same level of struggle to force the weave to take a shape and to stay in that shape for essentially forever.
Mhm.
So it does take a lot. It is uniquely difficult, in part because you are enforcing your own will long term over the very essence of magic itself.
Yes.
For every individual rune, and then for the runes in combination, and so on. At any rate, though, I would be more than happy to help teach you and help you understand more.
I appreciate it. I have to go, but
Of course.
you know where to find me.
Right. I likewise, you know where to find me. I will be probably in my smithy very often, as of this time. I'm currently working on a different project, but if you come by, I would be more than happy to just give you lessons, little lectures, and things like that. Maybe show you some of the work I've been doing, so you can kind of understand better the thought processes and things like that.
I'll take you up on that.
Perfect. I look forward to it. One more thing.
Mm.
So I'm sorry to keep bothering you like that. He kind of like lowers his voice and he like leans in close, like whispering. Do you think that you could perchance see about getting me in contact with Fernando soon?
I mean, I can't say too much right now. Something will be happening soon. I don't know when.
If
But
it
I will
is
let you know.
concerning Solus, then I am aware of that. I am one of the people being brought along in that endeavor.
That, I believe, is one of the steps towards establishing a more secure contact
Right.
from our conversation.
Of course. It's just if you are able to get me in contact, even for a simple short conversation with Fernando before then. It's not something you have to do, of course, but it would be nice.
I would, but I do already have Yuzu's attention.
Ah.
I was able to make the contact, but not without pushing past my own and the portals. And again, I held the portal open.
Right.
Yuzu didn't see me do it, but he knows that I was within the area and there was a surge of magic. So
Right. Well, Yuzu is going to. There are plans in the works to deal with that as well, but I won't say more about it than that.
okay, I will see
Right.
you around.
Likewise. Likewise. Stay safe, Dora.
You too.
Good lord. Good lord.
Good lord, good lord.
Poor Paul.
Poor Paul.
He has been repressing. Actually, I'm gonna move to Casey in my non-roleplay. Casey.
Maria.
Hello.
Hello.
Probably won't be in here for long, but like, poor Paul. He has been under so much mental burden and just not bothered anybody about it for like a while now.